Strengthen your rhomboids to fix rounded shoulders. Welcome back to our posture series. So far, we've learned that good posture isn't something you force, it's something your muscles create. In our last video, we talked about the pectoralis minor and how sitting, driving, and looking down at our phones can gradually tighten this small chest muscle, pulling the shoulders forward into that rounded posture so many people struggle with. Today, we're going to talk about the muscles that help pull everything back where it belongs. They're called the rhomboids. These muscles don't get nearly as much attention as they deserve. In fact, if I had to choose one group of muscles that has become weak in modern society, the rhomboids would be near the top of the list. The rhomboids sit between your shoulder blades and your spine. Think of them as the body's natural posture muscles. Their job is to gently pull the shoulder blades toward the spine while helping keep them stable during almost every upper body movement. Imagine you're rowing a boat. Every time you pull the oars toward you, your rhomboids are working. When you reach behind you to grab your seatbelt, they're working. When you lift something and keep your shoulders back, they're working. They're active throughout the day, even if you don't realize it. The problem is that modern life doesn't ask much of them anymore. Most of us spend hours sitting with our arms out in front of us, typing, scrolling, driving, watching television. Instead of pulling our shoulder blades back, we're constantly reaching forward. Over time, the rhomboids begin to weaken simply because they're not being challenged. Now think back to what we learned in our previous video. The pectoralis minor is gradually becoming tighter. At the same time, the rhomboids are becoming weaker. Now you've created the perfect recipe for rounded shoulders. It's like a game of tug-of-war. On one side, the tight pectoralis minor is pulling your shoulders forward. On the other side, the weak rhomboids can no longer pull them back. Guess who wins? The chest muscles. And your posture changes little by little. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens over months, sometimes years, until one day you look in the mirror and realize your shoulders don't sit where they used to. But weak rhomboids affect much more than posture. When these muscles aren't doing their job, other muscles step in to help. The upper trapezius begins working harder. The levator scapulae tightens. Your neck muscles become overworked. That's one reason people with rounded shoulders often complain of tightness across the upper back and into the base of the neck. Those muscles are trying to compensate for the rhomboids that aren't pulling their weight. Now, here's something I tell my patients all the time. Don't try to fix your posture by constantly pinching your shoulder blades together. That usually creates more muscle tension than good posture. Instead, train the rhomboids to become stronger. When they're strong enough to do their job naturally, good posture becomes much easier to maintain without thinking about it. The good news is that the rhomboids respond incredibly well to strengthening exercises. Some of my favorites include seated rows, resistance band rows, face pulls, reverse flies, and prone T raises. These exercises teach the shoulder blades to move the way they were designed to move. But remember, it's never about strengthening one muscle in isolation. Healthy posture is always a team effort. The rhomboids work together with the serratus anterior to stabilize the shoulder blades. They balance the pull of the pectoralis minor, and they help reduce the workload placed on the muscles of your neck. When all of these muscles are working together, your shoulders naturally settle into a healthier position. Your chest opens. Your breathing becomes easier. And the constant tension so many people feel across their neck and upper back often begins to disappear. One of the best exercises to engage the rhomboids is the seated row. If done correctly, this exercise is a must to obtain and maintain good posture. One of the biggest mistakes people make with the seated row is thinking it's an arm exercise. It isn't. This is a shoulder blade exercise. As you pull the handle toward your body, don't think about bending your elbows. Instead, think about gently pulling your shoulder blades together. Then, As you return to the starting position, allow your shoulder blades to glide forward around your rib cage. The movement should be smooth and controlled. You're training your scapulae to protract, then retract, just the way they were designed to move. Don't worry about lifting heavy weight. In fact, lighter weight is often better. Heavy weight encourages you to use momentum, your biceps, and your upper traps. Our goal isn't to move the most weight. Our goal is to make the rhomboids do the work. Slow the movement down. Feel your shoulder blades moving. Pause for just a second at the end of the pull and really squeeze the rhomboids together. Then slowly return to the starting position under control. Remember, we're not bodybuilding here. We're retraining movement. Strong muscles are important, but muscles that move well are even more important. That's how you build better posture. I recommend 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Ideally, you should do this exercise 3 to 5 times per week. You cannot work on your posture too much.